Since there are still personal injury law firms out there without live chat on their website, we're going to keep talking about it, and I'm going to explain why live chat works for law firm websites. I found this article a week or two ago, but I've read it through quite a few times since then, and I wanted to go through it again, record a video, and just pull out some of the value nuggets that stuck out to me. This one isn't like, I mean, it's a really well written post. It's just not like, it doesn't list like the statistics um, in order like that, or like the value or the golden nuggets, I should say. Like it's like it's meant to be read, not skimmed. Um, this right here, if you force your website visitors to call, you may lose them as potential clients. Now, if someone absolutely needs you and like has already decided on you, they're going to call you or they're going to get in touch with you in one way or the other. But for the majority of your other website visitors, they're still deciding. They're still, even though it's personal injury, even though they're not buying anything, they're still in the buyer journey. So like, if they're not already dead set on retaining you or meeting with you, they're probably just going to leave. Like if they have to call you and they have some questions they need answered, um, they don't want to be on the phone. I mean, people my age and younger don't want to be on the phone anymore. We delay that until the very last possible second. We will do as much of our research online beforehand, and if we can't find it, we're not doing business with you. So like, businesses need to have websites, and if you don't have live chat, you're missing out on a lot of potential clients. It goes on to say, sure, they can fill out a form, but you know how hard it can be to get them on the phone later. That's true with any kind of lead, even if that person is a good quality lead, if they have a legitimate case and they're ready to go, they may not answer your unknown phone number. Even if they filled out your form 3 hours ago, it doesn't matter. If you don't get to them immediately, there will be a disconnect, and they may forget that they ever filled out the form on your site. They remember that they were looking for an injury attorney, but they might not remember that they filled out a form. You might think that's strange, and you might think it's kind of odd, but being in the digital marketing space for the last decade, I've seen all of that. I understand it. I know it. Next thing on here, it says, it might be down a little bit. What was the other one? Oh, it's like, it mentions here 24-hour service, but with our chat widget, like it's not a live chat. It doesn't need to be real time like that for that communication. If they send a chat, they're sending a text message. And when you send a text message, like if it's to a friend or if it's a family member, you might not get a reply right away, but you will get a reply eventually. That's the power of a chat widget. So if they send an email, it could get your reply could get lost in their spam folder, or it just gets pushed down from the hundreds of emails a day that they get anyway. But with the text message, 99% of text messages are opened, and it's like 93 to 95. I can see there are different stats on this. 93 to 95% of text messages are read within the first 5 minutes, or first 15 minutes. Sorry about that. For the first 15 minutes. So it's hugely powerful. This right here too. Few of you realize how many people look at your website and just leave. And they leave because they still have questions that need to be answered, and if they can't answer them, or there's any like delay in getting that answer, they're going to leave. They're going to go to the next one. They're going to go to the next website. Sorry, I have like these robocolors on my phone like the past 2 weeks. It's been insane. Yeah, sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. Websites will only convert probably 2 to 3% of your website visitors. Standard websites will only convert 2 to 3%. If it's a landing page, you're getting more specific. Now, I've even had campaigns, I've even had landing pages convert at like 40%, but that's because you're getting hyper specific. a very specific offer to a hyper specific audience, combine those two and you're golden. But with a standard website, you got your blog, you got your about page, your contact, your reviews, recommendations, all that stuff. There's a lot of information there, and so it converts it only at a very low clip. It's still necessary, but you need to be doing everything you can to increase those conversion rates. Adding live chat, now you go from, they can call you, they can fill out a form on your website. That's typically the two common ones, I should say. They can call you, or they can fill out a form, or they can just email you with your email address listed there. Now with a live chat widget or just a chat feature in the lower right, lower left-hand side, now you're unlocking a brand new channel, and you're speaking to the people who are not going to call you. They want to fill out they want to text, they want to chat that way. And business gets done faster in the text message inbox. Like it's real time. It can be real time, like once you have the person connected. But business just gets done faster there. This guy here, without having to watch the whole thing. Oh, right here. So live chat, one of the biggest things. He was concerned it would involve too much time for his staff. That is a very legitimate concern, especially if you're a firm with, if you're a large firm and you have a ton of website traffic, you're going to have a lot of people filling out this chat icon, this chat widget. So you need to have someone to be able to man all of those replies. There are some things you can do with automation to help weed out like kind of the tire kickers and time wasters. But you're still going to have someone manning it and like operating it that way. But like I said, it doesn't have to be real time. If you want to opt for that, of course you can. But ours just simply goes from I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but let me try it right here. This is like the first chat widget we ever set up. It's a house cleaning company in Bloomington. So here it recognizes that it's me coming back to the page. So it's personalized there. So if it just adds another touch of personalization, and that helps with conversion rates. So if I click this here, and like I said, everything is branded to your website. Let me get rid of that. Fill out the form. Okay, so you'd fill out your name, your phone number, put your message, send it, boom. Then that goes to, you're gonna get an email notification and a text message notification, or one or the other. And you just take the conversation and you just text them like normal. And people are highly, highly responsive to to your responses from the chat widget, like text message. Whereas like on a form, you got to email them, or if you try to call them, like there's still a disconnect. If someone fills out a form and you try to call them, they probably filled out the form because they would rather email. The people that call you would rather be called. So emailing them to get in touch doesn't work. There's a disconnect. So if someone chats with you, you can text them. You can also email them, but start with texting. If that fails, then you move down the line if you need to, but don't kill them. Like, people who fill out that form are already expecting a conversation, so they're ready to go. They're ready to converse. They're ready to engage. And unlike a phone call, they don't got to pick up the phone and say, like, be bombarded or worry about essentially being sold to. Again, I know you're not like, injury firms do need to sell their services in a way, but it's not selling in the sense where it's like a transaction, like buying and selling that way. You still need to sell yourself. So like that's very important. Peter here said they did a trial run literally within days. They knew this was going to be great for their firm. And he said, why? Because they immediately began getting leads, way more than they thought they'd ever get. And our time invested was minimal. It's like a 2-line piece of code that can get installed to your website. And if you have me do it for you, I can have everything set up. I mean, really, if you gave me everything that I needed, I could do it in less than 3 minutes. If I don't have everything, if I have to customize everything myself, it will probably take 7 or 8 minutes to do all of it. But the best thing about it is you can do it as well and set it up even shorter. Like, you have all of that. All of your website, your website's backend login details. You have your branding colors and all that good stuff. So you could just jump right in and go and have it all hooked up. probably it'd be like under 10 minutes for sure. But of course we can do it. I mean, if, like I said, if I have everything, 4 minutes, I can have you set up and going. Have the chat set up. Not saying that there's going to be a lead in 4 minutes, because I can't control the people who go to your website like that. You just have to give them as many opportunities to reach you as possible, to start a conversation. That's what the business starts, with a conversation, no matter what. So if you're not starting conversations, not starting more conversations, you're losing out on a ton of opportunities. Right here it says you put a form on your website, so they'll call you, so prospective clients will call you. You put your phone number, sorry, not form. You'll probably also use online forms people can fill out. The live chat for law firms creates another opportunity for prospects to talk to you and become clients. They start the conversation. He's heard nothing but good reviews from law firms around the country using live chat. Now, there's a ton of different live chat options out there. Like you're not going to find any shortage. So you really just got to find out what works best for you. Like what's your goal? Like if you just want to generate leads and look more credible, that's where our Nurturely chat would help you. My chat software would help you there. Now, if you need something that's like you're a larger firm and you need, or you're going to have a lot of incoming messages, perhaps like live chat where it's like, so ours goes from that chat widget to a text message, like on your phone. You pick it up from your phone. Like a more complex, sophisticated live chat software, you'll do everything from a computer. You can manage all of those conversations and do whatever you need to with them. That is something that is very sophisticated and will require learning. Ours does not require learning. And that's something, there's some firms do need that. Like if you just have, like you have a huge intake team, that's probably what the line is. If you actually have an intake team or intake department, you probably have so many people coming in, like you would need, it would be better off having that higher end live chat software, because there's just so much more to keep organized. If you just want to communicate with prospective clients through text message, or you can have someone do that for you, like a team member, paralegal, receptionist, whoever it might be, that's perfect. That's what we can do. And all we want to do is start as many conversations as possible for you. So that is kind of my 2 cents, or more like $7, on why live chat, why law firms need live chat. Like why it works, I don't know why anyone needs convincing why it works. If you're leaving it off your website intentionally, that's something totally different. But if you're in business and you are in a position where you want or you need more cases and you don't have live chat, I don't really know what you're doing. I mean, it's 2022. The digital age is not new. If you're not doing everything you possibly can to help your website convert more, I don't know. Well, if you've never even heard of live chat or you've never considered it, here's your chance. Feel free to drop a comment below. My contact information or links will be in the description below. Please send any questions you have my way. I will point you in the right direction. And most of the time, it will not be to my software. I will point you in the direction where I think you need to go. I'm not going to tell you what to buy. I will just give you my opinion, and you're a smart person. You can take it from there. So thank you for sticking with me. Again, leave any questions, feedback, thoughts down below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.